Do you own a Nintendo Switch and are looking for an alternative to the original Joy-Cons? Then you may consider the QRD Stellar T5 wireless joypad. I was recently presented with the opportunity to review these Joy-Cons, and I've decided to share my thoughts in a detailed review for you all. Now, in order to properly review the QRD Stellar T5, I spent quite a bit of time with it. I played a variety of games in order to get a good sense of its function, its positives, and its negatives, and I plan to share all of that and more in this review. Now, after watching it, you should be able to determine whether or not the QRD Stellar T5 is right for you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The QRD Stellar T5 was created by QRDGame, a company established in 2021 that has a passion for creating affordable and stylish gaming controllers. The QRD Stellar T5 is currently priced at just under $60 and has many features packed in that make it a suitable replacement for the original Joy-Cons provided by Nintendo. These features include the Hall effect joysticks, mechanical buttons, a replaceable D-pad, a turbo speed function, RGB lighting, adjustable vibration, 6.5 hours of battery life, back macro buttons, and much more. I was immediately impressed when I first laid eyes on the QRD Stellar T5. The Joy-Cons are much larger than the original ones provided by Nintendo, and they fit very nicely in hand. The added grip on the back of the Joy-Cons really gives me confidence when holding it. Every button and trigger feels really high quality. The use of the mechanical buttons here, which we'll dive deeper into later on in this video, feels so good and precise. I'm also loving the styling choice. From what I could tell, the QRD Stellar T5 is only available in one color, but you do have the option to change the color around the thumbstick. But all in all, I really like its look and feel at first glance. When the Joy-Cons are attached to their dock, the entire controller is slightly larger and much lighter than both my Xbox and PlayStation 5 controllers. I rarely play my Nintendo Switch, as one of my biggest complaints is how uncomfortable the original Joy-Cons are. The buttons and triggers are relatively small, and you usually have to buy some type of accessory to make these feel a bit more comfortable, or just opt for a controller. Needless to say, I am very excited to now have the QRD Stellar T5 and get normal sized buttons and triggers for once. Next, I'll dive deeper into a few of the features of the QRD Stellar T5. One of my favorite features of the QRD Stellar T5 is the mechanical buttons. The buttons and triggers have a very precise and snappy feeling. The closest comparison I can make is they resemble the functionality of a gaming mouse. This helped give me a ton of confidence, especially when playing online shooters. Oddly enough, I prefer the triggers here over the ones offered on my PS5. The Hall effect joysticks are heavily advertised with this controller, and I'd say they held to this promise very well, as I didn't experience any stick drift or latency during my playthrough. The joysticks are relatively smooth and fluid and are at a height that should be comfortable for most adults. The D-pad and buttons are very comfortable to the touch. They also include a similar snappy feeling to what you have with the left and right triggers. The back macro buttons are a nice touch as well. I did not use them very much while testing, but they are also very comfortable to use. If you're a fan of RGB lighting, then you'll love how the QRD Stellar T5 uses this on the circular ring around the triggers. There are a total of 8 different color options, and they are very simple to change to your liking. All you have to do is hold down the turbo buttons and press on each individual joystick until you've reached the desired color. This is a very nice look and adds a little bit of customization to the controller. Similar to the original Joy-Cons, the QRD Stellar T5 connects to your console via Bluetooth, but the added benefit here is that you can connect them to multiple devices, including your cell phone or PC. I tested this feature out and I did enjoy it overall. It's very simple to connect each Joy-Con, and the light weight of the dock makes the controller a comfortable option to consider, even for those of you who are choosing to game on your phone or computer. Now, this might be a small thing, but it's a feature that I really like and I'm very excited about. This controller can stand on its own. This may not be a big deal for some, but I think it's incredible. How this works is the controllers are designed with a smaller, flatter portion on either side. This allows you to stand the controller upright and add a little more cool to your gaming setup. Overall, I enjoyed my experience with the QRD Stellar T5, but there are a few items that I disliked about the controller. The first that I'll mention has to do with using the controller when it's docked. The center dock is extremely light, and this may be a positive for some, but it is a disadvantage for me, but one that I wouldn't say is particularly critical. When connecting both controllers, the dock is so light that it had me wondering if my Joy-Cons were secured. I'd like to see QRDGame add a little more weight to the dock in future versions, as this would give me a little more confidence while holding the controller in this mode. The next that I'll mention is the lack of lighting of the X, B, Y, and A buttons. The X, B, Y, and A buttons are laid out differently on every gaming platform, since since these buttons do not light up, it can be difficult to locate a particular button if you're gaming in a darker area. I'd like to see QRDGame add a version of this controller with transparent buttons that have a backlight, or they can at least add coloring to the letters to help make these buttons more identifiable. Now, this one I didn't necessarily have an issue with, but I do realize that some gamers may not like the 6.5 hour battery life you get with each Joy-Con. Add to this, each Joy-Con must be charged individually, so I can see how this may present a problem if you're someone that games for lengthy periods. The QRD Stellar T5 wireless joypad is a great alternative to the original Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. At just under $60, I think these will provide more than enough value for someone looking to upgrade. They are comfortable, look great, and have enough features to at least make them a solid option to consider if you're in the market. Now, if you'd like to learn more about this controller or the other options provided by this brand, feel free to check out QRD's website by clicking on the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. What are your thoughts on the QRD Stellar T5? Is this one that you're interested in? Or would you like to know something else about the controller that I maybe didn't mention in this video? Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know. While you're down there, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on one of our videos. And if you'd like to see any more video content from us in the meantime, check out one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.